The professional resource that I chose to share is the Lucy Calkins curriculum. I've always wanted to learn more, but I've never had a chance for training or to really study these texts. Therefore, I'm excited to share with you what I've learned now. Lucy Calkins is a renowned educator who has a unique teaching style, and she's revolutionized many classrooms. She has curriculum for both reading and writing that breaks each into fundamental components. In this quote, she explains that she helps students to direct their own learning by engaging their interests. For the purpose of this assignment, I'll be focusing on the units of study for reading for first grade. Her philosophy has 10 basic principles. These themes run through every book and can also be found on her website. The first essential element is good teachers. Calkins believes deeply in quality teacher instruction. In this same vein, to have good readers and writers, teachers need to model that own behavior in themselves. Though intuitive, young learners need access to long amounts of uninterrupted reading time. This time can be enhanced with reading conferences by the teacher and thoughtful, purposeful reflection. Kids need access to books they like. Interests need to guide the learning, and therefore many options need to be available to young readers. Within this access, kids need books that are appropriate for their reading level, meaning a student should have access to books they can read independently without frustration. Within the mini-lesson structure, teachers are to provide direct modeling of reading strategies so that students can then immediately work to employ those. This curriculum also emphasizes providing the time and space for students to share their reading with their teachers and their peers. Nonfiction is also an important element in this curriculum, even for young learners. Teachers are to assess students regularly and to better know their strengths and their growth areas, and then tailor their teaching for each child. Read-alouds and shared reading are also very important in this model. Students need an equal and large amount of time each day to explore both reading and writing. So the entire curriculum can be ordered for each individual grade level in both reading and writing. There's also an option of ordering the pack of trade books that coincide with the lessons. Here you can see what the reading curriculum for grade 1 looks like spread upon my table. The year is broken into 4 units with lessons and structuring for each unit. For example, if we were to look at Unit 1, you would see that we introduced the year by building good reading habits. So this unit would begin by teaching kids strategies regarding how to get started with books. A student might take a sneak peek and look at the pictures in a story and then start to infer the book's topic or its plot. Next, the unit would focus on ways to help kids decode hard or tricky words by breaking them up into smaller bits. Last, the unit would teach kids how to read with partners. In Unit 2, we shift gears and focus on nonfiction texts. This curriculum builds upon itself, reinforcing the same kinds of strategies and introducing new ones, like crashing word parts together. Kids also learn how to share their learning and self-monitor their reading. In Unit 3, we focus on fluency, phonics, and comprehension for both fiction and nonfiction texts. We help kids use sight words to improve their fluency and rate, and to visualize the reading like a movie in their heads to assist with comprehension. The last unit is about story elements and helps kids identify character, setting, plot, as well as identify the lesson or moral of a story. The Calkin method is to structure reading workshops like so. The teacher begins with a short lesson to highlight a specific teaching point, and then students are given time to explore and develop that learning point on their own. At this time, the teacher has quiet conferences with different students every day and records areas of strength and growth. Next, students come together to read in pairs, and last, there's a debriefing time at the end to review the learning and celebrate hard work. If a reading specialist wanted to implement this program at their school, they could follow these steps. First, you will need to get the books, and there are videos of Calkins explaining her philosophy, but there are also videos of teachers practicing her techniques that are valuable when learning the curriculum. Some type of training or professional development would be invaluable, particularly if in that time the techniques were modeled. Lastly, there are a plethora of related resources available online that can build off of this curriculum. So, for example, a simple search in Teachers Pay Teachers, or any search engine, would yield many resources, both free and for purchase, that could complement the Calkins curriculum. Additionally, many schools take these concepts and change the order or adapt them for their school's needs or the state standards. So this is an example of Calkins curriculum redeveloped for the Cy-Fair district. In conclusion, Lucy Calkins' Units of Study for Reading Grade 1 is flexible, effective, and a valuable resource that could enhance classroom reading and the teaching environment. Happy reading!